The moon hung high in the night sky, casting an ethereal glow upon the whispering river as it flowed languidly through the heart of the dense forest. Its waters shimmered, reflecting the silver light like a mirror to an otherworldly realm. Legends swirled around this haunted river, tales that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. I stood at the riverbank, surrounded by my friends Anna, Jake, and Maya. The invitation had come in the form of an old parchment found in an antique store bearing a mysterious inscription: "Come to the Whispering River at midnight." Curiosity gnawed at us, overpowering the warnings we'd heard about the haunted waters. Anna's excitement bubbled over. "This is going to be amazing. Imagine the stories we'll have to tell." Jake raised an eyebrow skeptically. "Haunted river, huh? Sounds like a load of crap to me." But Maya, always drawn to the unexplained, had a glint in her eye. "I say we go. Who knows what secrets the river has?" With hesitant steps, we ventured into the woods, guided by the soft murmurs of the river echoing through the night. The air grew thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the rustling of leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl. As we approached the riverbank, a chill crept down my spine. The moonlight painted a haunting picture. The river's surface appeared to ripple with life of its own, as if breathing in the night. Anna's voice quivered. "Do you guys feel that?" The atmosphere had shifted, a heaviness settling upon us. The whispers of the river grew louder, carrying an otherworldly cadence that seemed to beckon us closer. Before we could react, the water surged, tendrils of mist rising from the river's surface. Shapes formed within the mist, visions that danced in the moonlight, their mournful visages sending shivers down our spines. Fear gripped me, a primal instinct urging me to flee, but the river seemed to have a will of its own, ensnaring us within an unseen force. Jake's voice trembled. What's happening?" Maya's gaze darted around. "You need to get out of here!" Panic surged as we struggled against the invisible grip of the river. The spectral figures advanced, their ethereal forms closing in around us. With a surge of desperation, we broke free and raced back into the woods, our hearts pounding in terror. Branches whipped against us, the forest seemingly alive with an ominous energy. But no matter how fast we ran, the river's haunting whispers pursued us, echoing through the woods like a chorus of lost souls. Suddenly, the ground gave way beneath us, and we tumbled into a hidden ravine. Darkness enveloped us, our screams lost in the void. As I regained my senses, I found myself in an unfamiliar realm, a desolate space, caught between reality and the ethereal. Shadows danced in the darkness, and the river's whispers surrounded me, chilling me to the bone. Fear clutched my heart as I searched desperately for my friends, their voices lost in the abyss. Shapes emerged from the shadows, spectral figures that bore the weight of centuries. They drifted closer, their mournful gazes fixed upon me. In a fleeting moment of clarity, I understood. The river hungered for souls, trapped within its haunted embrace for eternity. A wail pierced the silence, reverberating through the void. I realized it was my own voice, lost in a chorus of anguish that echoed the fate of those who dared to heed the river's call. The whisperers grew louder, engulfing me in a cacophony of sorrow and despair. And as the shadows enveloped me, I became part of the haunting legend of the Whispering River, a warning to all who dared to seek its secrets, lost in a realm where the boundary between life and death blurred into eternity. The wind carried a chill that seemed to seep into our bones as we stood before the foreboding facade of Lincoln High School. My team, consisting of Sarah, the tech-savvy researcher, Mike, the seasoned investigator, and Emma, the intuitive medium, prepared to unlock the mysteries of this haunted institution. Rumors of the spectral sightings and unexplained phenomena had plagued Lincoln High for decades. The local legend spoke of tragic events that had unfolded within the halls, leaving behind restless spirits tethered to the school's tumultuous past. Our mission was clear: investigate the paranormal occurrences and uncover the truth behind the school's haunted reputation. Armed with cameras, EVP recorders, and a determination to delve into the unknown, we stepped through the weathered doors into the dimly lit corridors. The air inside the school felt heavy, laden with a palatable sense of unease. Dust motes danced in the faint light that filtered through the cracked windows, casting eerie shadows upon the walls. Sarah adjusted her equipment, her voice tinged with excitement. "Let's split up and cover different areas. We need to document any anomalies we encounter." Mike nodded, his gaze scanning the hallway. "Emma, any sense of where we should go?" Emma closed her eyes, attuning herself to spiritual energies. "There's a presence here, a lingering sorrow. The auditorium might hold answers." As we ventured deeper, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. Cold drafts brushed against our skin, and the faint sound of distant whispers echoed through the corridors. The auditorium loomed ahead, its doors creaking ominously as we entered. The air felt charged with an otherworldly energy, and a chill raced down my spine as I glanced at the rows of empty seats. Sarah set up cameras aiming to capture any spectral activity, while Mike scanned the area with his EVP recorder, hoping to capture electronic voice phenomena. Emma stood in the center, her eyes closed, reaching out to the spirits. Suddenly, the auditorium plunged into darkness. Panic surged through us as our flashlights flickered, casting disjointed shadows that danced across the stage. "Did you hear that?" Sarah's voice quivered. Whispers filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Emma's eyes snapped open, and a look of alarm on her face. "They're here, and they're angry." A gust of wind swept through the auditorium, extinguishing our flashlights. In the darkness, a cold hand brushed against my arm, sending a shockwave of terror through me. "Mike! Sarah!" I shouted, my voice swallowed by the eerie cacophony. The darkness seemed to swallow them whole. I was alone, surrounded by an unseen presence that pressed in on me from all sides. Then a faint glow appeared on the stage, a spectral figure, a manifestation of anguish and despair. Its hollow gaze bore into mine, and a voice echoed in my mind, pleading for release from the torment that bound it to this realm. Fear and empathy surged within me, a conflicted torrent of emotions as I realized tragedy had befallen the spirit. The figure reached out, its spectral hand inches away from my own trembling fingers. In a moment of courage or desperation, I reached out to grasp the apparition's hand. An intense surge of energy coursed through me, flooding my senses with visions of tragic event, a fire that had consumed the auditorium decades ago, claiming innocent lives. The figure's spectral form dissipated, leaving me gasping for breath in the darkness. As the whispers faded, the auditorium was engulfed in a blinding light, and when my vision cleared, I found myself standing in the empty space. The spectral presence vanished. I staggered out of the auditorium, shaken to the core by the harrowing encounter. Sarah and Mike emerged from the darkness, their faces etched with bewilderment. "What happened?" Mike's voice was hoarse. I struggled to find words, my mind reeling from the surreal experience. I connected with a spirit. There was a fire. They were trapped here. As we left the haunted halls of Lincoln High, I couldn't shake the haunting visions that had seared themselves into my memory. The tragic tale of the school's past echoed in my mind, a reminder that some spirits lingered, seeking solace and closure from the tragedies that bound them to the mortal realm. Our investigation had unearthed a chilling chapter of history, leaving us with a newfound respect for spectral echoes that haunt the corridors of the past.